To think that Drew Evanson, an elected official, in these hard times economically, or any time, would knowingly spend hundreds of thousands of taxpayers' dollars to pursue such bogus charges is unbelievable.
2 weeks after the former chief investigator for the medical examiner's office was found not guilty of sexual battery, we now have a better idea of just how much money the state spent on that investigation.
And the sexual battery charge cost Kevin Rowland his reputation and cost you tens of thousands of dollars and counting.
A lot of people horse around at work. It wasn't worth it.
When jurors said Kevin Rowland's sexual battery trial was a waste of their time, we wanted to know exactly how much money the state spent investigating the allegation Rowland twisted another man's nipple.
Based on the evidence that was given, I just really didn't think it should have gone this far.
How far did it go? We filed open records requests with the 4 state agencies charged with investigating Rowland in the state medical examiner's office. The state paid Jill Kinney $3,500 to investigate sexual harassment at the ME's office. Her work prompted a $9,700 state audit and a $37,000 OSBI investigation.
That it's $37,000 of our taxpayer money that literally was just burned up.
During trial, Scott Adams, Rowland's defense attorney, pointed out OSBI questioned more than 100 people about Rowland's case. The $50,000 tab does not include the Attorney General or grand jury investigations. The Attorney General's office says it does not track man-hours on a per-case basis, so it could not tell us how much time the 2 assistant attorney generals and 3 investigators spent on the Rowland case.
What the Attorney General is also leaving out is that every single court appearance, for instance, on Mr. Rowland here and in Tulsa, at the very minimum, there's been 2 lawyers from the Attorney General's office, and at the very minimum, 2 to 3 investigators from the Attorney General's office.
During the trial, prosecutors argued the real waste of tax dollars was the sexually explicit email exchange between ME employees during work hours, and it was the AG's obligation to prosecute the case.
It was about justice. It was about justice to Matt Hemrick and justice to all of those workers at the medical examiner's office. And I think it's unfortunate that someone tries to put a price on justice.
The blame goes directly to the top of the Attorney General's office, and they ought to be held accountable for this. And I suggest that we ought to take every single penny out of their budget for what they've spent on this thing and punish them next year and reduce their budget that much more.
The tab continues. Rowland is charged with first-degree rape in Tulsa. That case is set for trial in November.